All right. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me check. Let me check a few things here. Sorry about that. Let me check a few things here. Just want to check a few things here, man, just to make sure that we straight. That's all. Just to make sure, we showing up in the places that we supposed to be showing up in. Just give me a second here. I just want to just do this real quick. All right. So, okay. So YouTube was good. All right. And let me check one other place. Let me check Sportscaster just to make sure that we straight. Come on, Sportscaster. With you. Okay, there we go. All right. See this big ugly mug. Tyrone the champion. What's good? What's good with you? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right, Sportscaster. I see you. I see you out there. Yo, so the Knicks legit won a game last night. Kinda saucy in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Man, the Knicks pulled one out last night. The Knicks showed Danny Lee in the building. Was good. Oh boy, Danny Lee, you starting already? Danny Lee, you starting a hype train already? I knew I heard a whistle in the background, one of those big strong train whistles. I didn't know that was the hype train. Hey, was good, boss. Was good. Danny Lee is starting the hype train. Hey, so the Knicks legit pulled one out last night. That was good. That's a very good look. That's a very, very good look. Let me check that. Yeah, we played good in the fourth. The youngsters showed up and did their thing. Yeah, so the youngsters did their thing last night. RJ chipped in a little bit. Knox showed up. That was good. Frederick was good. Oh, yeah, there y'all go. There y'all go. Quickly get 7. Quickly get 7 assists. And the hype train is leaving the station. Hey, D, I see you. Hold on for a second. D is balling. What's good? Yeah, yo, hey, peace to the chat, man. Peace to the chat. Yo, so the home field advantage ain't really show up this morning. We must be having the home field advantage must have partied too hard last night. Embert the Great was good. Was good. Was good. Was good. Yo, so I think I have a Frank Ntilikina take, and I know y'all are gonna be like, man, yo, Freezy, man, it can't be that doggone, it can't be all Frank all the time, man. Hey, yeah, it's not all Frank all the time. Right. Maverick was good. It's not all Frank all the time. What it is, I'm gonna say this thing, and y'all are gonna be mad at me, and I don't want it to be that. I just want it to be something sensible, right? If here's my take. God of Moses and Elijah is in the building. What's good? God of Moses and Elijah. What's good? So here's my thought on what I saw last night. If Emmanuel quickly can play like this consistently, and his shooting was poor, but he was aggressive. Chuck Allen was good. Judah rising. Judah rising in the building. What's good? Hey, salute to God of Moses and Elijah. So here's my thing. If Quickly plays like this, if Knox plays like this, what do we need with a Frank Ntilikina? Hey, as soon as I said that, half the chat left. As soon as I said that, half the chat left. They're like, no, Uncle Freezy. Yo, hey, two of my favorite people, Clutch B-Ball TV was good. K-Ban is in the building. Was good. I'm excited to see y'all, man. Real talk. Oh, boy. Kaiser Sauce is saucy this morning. What do we need with the DSJ? Oh, boy. Here we go. I didn't say that. I didn't make that statement in order to ignite a riot. I made that statement in order to justify the roster spot. Right? I'm legit trying to. If Quick is the guy, and I know we're trying to figure out what his nickname is. Every time I see his name, I think about Harlem Nights. And y'all seen that movie Harlem Nights? when Arsenio Hall is like, Quick. Every time I see that name, that's what I'm thinking about. Yo, IQ, that's another joint. That's another name I saw out there. Every time I see my man name, I'm like, Quick. Yo. Hey, Tyrone, Tyrone, like, Tyrone, you shot me in my pinky toe. Yeah, man. Hey, so the thing is, I would love to keep Frank, but not at that point guard spot if Quickly is going to give us minutes. And I'm not overreacting either. I'm not saying, I'm not ready to say Quick is the starting point guard or even the backup. I'm thinking that he should be the third point guard. Just getting minutes as a combo guard off the bench. The third two guard and the third point guard, just a combo guy. Just maybe some minutes off the bench. You know what I mean? Just until he gets his feet wet in the league, right? Like I legit don't want to throw him. I don't want to throw him. Throw him in the fire just yet. Jason, what's good? What is good? So y'all are impressed. Y'all were impressed with the win last night, or were you impressed with the win, or were you just satisfied with the win? Or were you relieved that we beat Cleveland? Were you just satisfied? Were you impressed? Jason, what's good? Alex Jorge in the building. What's good? Hey, I keep forgetting. Norway. Look at this. Alex Jorge, check this out. I'm tipping the cap to Norway. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm impressed with the win. I'm impressed with it. Right? And the reason why reason why I'm impressed is okay, so Cleveland didn't play most of their guys. So most of the guys on Cleveland had like these fake training camp injuries, just to get out of preseason games, you know. But the Knicks too. The Knicks had weird injuries that came up the day of the game. We had no idea these guys were sick or hurt until today. At least I didn't. Right? Right? I mean, think about it. Did y'all hear about Frank's Achilles injury before the game yesterday? I didn't. Right. A Kansas Salsa, yeah. The thing with DSJ wasn't impressive a little bit. Oh boy, here come the troublemaker. I'm just warning y'all, here come the troublemaker. Oh boy, here come the troublemaker.
There's no trouble.
I'm just warning y'all.
What's up, Crazy?
Hey, what's good, baby?
All right.
Oh boy, here come the troublemaker. Oh. Hey, is that you playing the audio?
Yeah.
Hey, what's good, baby?
There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking for how you pronounce his name? Drano. Guillermo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Rush 686, what's good? I don't know. I hadn't seen Legion of Knicks podcast this morning, but
they were slandering DSJ and pumping up quickly a little too much.
Oh wow. Yeah. God of Moses and Elijah. What's good?
Yes, sir.
I was there.
Right?
I was there too.
It got out of hand. It's like the Quigley train is full right now.
Right.
And he shot 27%. They act like he was killing it.
Right, but they were dissing DSJ. That I would say that. They were dissing DSJ. Salute, K-Man. Salute. And you know, I mean, I was shocked. DSJ had 5 steals. I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, you made some points. I mean, I don't remember them talking about quickly though that much, but
right.
But look, Chuck, Kevin Knox. I mean, Kevin Knox showed up last. What happened in the fourth quarter, second half? I didn't see that. 14 points. I didn't see that nowhere.
Yo, Chef NYK, what's good? Jules DeWalker, I see you. What's good? So my question was, were you relieved that we won? Were you satisfied we won? So what were your thoughts on the win last night?
I guess I'm happy we won. I was getting happy with the production first from the players because I like to see players produce, and DSJ getting steals. Julius Randle was having a good first half. So Julius Randle was having a good first half. RJ was having a good first half, and DSJ was playing defense, but he was struggling on the offense. There was a lot of criticism coming from him from the offense.
Right.
There was a lot of criticism coming his way, But the defense was always there, though. That's the thing. And Chuck kept defending, like, listen, man, this guy, he couldn't get past his man in the first half, but he also got hit. He also clashed knees with somebody. So that's what I remember. Like DSJ was. So that was happening. But the first half, it looked over because Drummond was, in my eyes, I didn't get a chance to say that. I felt Drummond was dominating. Since he was dominating Mitchell, it was over. It was over. Once Drummond started and Mitchell Robinson was catching fouls, I was like, these guys, I don't understand why people underestimate somebody who has been in the league for 8 years almost, right, and has been averaging close to 20 and 20. You know, I'm like, how can you think, they're quick to. Drummond is not Enes Kanter, and some people really think like, oh, he's another Enes Kanter. No, he's not. That's Drummond is a monster. As a center, he's a walking 20 and 20. Once you take the boards away from another center, you're in trouble. Right. And so Drummond was dominating the first half. Cleveland didn't even have that many other plays that I can remember in the first half like that. But yeah. So that's what I remember. Drummond dominating, DSJ defending, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, the usual guys that are showing up. And then you did have DSJ, who's been showing up on the defensive side, and props to him on that side.
Okay. My question is, all right, before they played one game, people were saying Obi is what we need over Randle because Obi was a stretch 4.
Right.
So after the small sample size, do you label Obi a stretch 4?
I just look at him as a 4, right? I think let's just. I remember early in the season when Julius Randle was interviewed and he says, "Listen, the position is becoming positionless." I just look at him as a forward right now, and then I just take it from there. Stretch 4, this, that, and the third. He has a lot more to prove. He has an uphill battle. I have no opinion right now on that.
They anointed him because of the stretch 4 title.
Right.
Yeah. So they saying Randle can't play that style, and Obi's the stretch floor. He's gonna stress the floor.
Right.
But I don't see it personally. I don't see it because I didn't think his 3 was gonna translate to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm not right. I don't disagree with you. I think he's gonna need more time, and also when I looked at the sports reference, I think he had only one season shooting 39% from 3. I'm like, wait a minute, he only has one season. I think it's going to take him a longer time. Also, I don't know what's the argument between Julius Randle and Obi. But Randle is balling right now. He's going to pick it up in different areas. He's already he can crash boards, he can score, and he can move the ball. He's moving the ball a lot, and he's becoming, like I said before, he's becoming. Salute.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. So he's becoming a better playmaker on that side. He can he's split. He's causing a double team. He's passing it out as well, and that's helping the team with Tibbs coaching him, with Kenny Payne and the rest of the coaching development that we have, that we could always that they always listen to. That's why I expect him to have a big season, because now he's passing the ball to the wing when he gets double teamed, and that kind of game can wins you games in my eyes.
One thing I noticed about Obi, and I understand that it's a small sample size, but he's not as offensively ready as advertised. I thought he would be a little bit better getting his own shot in these couple of preseason games, and I saw that he has a kind of like an inability to do that. And I saw that he flourished under decent point guard play from Quickly last night. Mm-hmm. And so that was one takeaway I got from Obi, that he's going to need time. He hasn't shot well so far. He hit a midi last night, but as far as the 3-point line, I think he's only hit 2 threes, and he's taken quite a few. I think he's taken about 10, 12 threes. So, yeah, Randall would definitely, and before the season, we were like, oh, Obi should be starting, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Randall should be starting right now. It's going to take Obi some time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Agreed.
Yep.
They kind of anointed him off of his college performance, and sometimes it just don't translate like that.
Yeah, in college he was stronger than those guys. In the NBA, you see he's getting thrown around.
Exactly, older than him.
Good point.
Yeah.
Even I had to say that Julius Randle should come off the bench because to how anointed he was. And when you saw the highlights, I said, Julius Randle should come off the bench. But now, Julius Randle, with the way he's stepping up, and Obi still needs more time. Even though let's keep in perspective. At some point, Obi's gonna get hot. At some point during the season, give him a month, maybe a month and a half. He's gonna pick it up eventually, and there's gonna be a stretch where he goes 10 for 15 on threes, and he's gonna
that efficient.
Well, I'm exaggerating, but
right. Okay. I just
I wasn't being accurate when I said that. But when you get hot, you get hot.
What disappointed me about Obi the most right now is that I thought his face-up game would be a little bit more mature right now, and since I felt he would have the foot speed to kind of put fours on their heels in the face-up game, and he hasn't really explored that. Now I don't know if the coaching staff just hasn't done that yet, or Obi just hasn't opened his arms to it. But I'm just a little disappointed in that. I thought he'd have a little bit of a better skill set right now, and kind of getting his own shot in that mid-range face-up. Baiting them with the mid-range and then driving to the hole, or I haven't seen that yet.
I want to say something to that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that it's possible Tibbs is working on his defense, which is that was his Achilles heel.
He's not as bad as advertised.
Right. The defense is picking up, but so it's going to take him time until the offense picks up on for Obi. So I think that's why you're not seeing that offense yet, because I think right now they're working on his defense. So I think his defense is gonna get better and better. And once the defense gets good enough where Tibbs feel comfortable, then I think they're gonna work on his offensive game. And then, but right now you can't get any minutes if you're not playing good defense. And right now his defense is at least getting him on the floor, and we should look at it that way maybe.
Yeah, he's 1 for 10.
Yeah, he's 1 for 10. Yeah,
from 3.
Yeah.
But his defense is not as it could be worse, and I don't think it's that bad. So, if you start looking at the lenses, if I'm looking at the lenses with DSJ from the defensive side first, which you were saying that all day, Chuck. His defense is good. So same thing I would do with Obi. I think Obi's, his defense. I'm gonna look at his defense more, so that way the offense eventually will pick up.
Quickly didn't shoot good last night.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but everybody was saying his shooting affected the game.
I didn't say that.
His aggressiveness.
No,
his aggressiveness affected the game.
Yeah, his impact was like, you could see the impact.
He draws people
to
him.
I need to ask y'all a question real quick. Man, have y'all lost y'all minds the way y'all talking about Obi? Are y'all serious?
Go ahead. What?
Are y'all serious? And y'all take some Obi Toppin already?
What? Saying this more. I know that I more sample size.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All facts. All facts. Ain't nobody lying on them yet.
Yeah, Freezy, where are we going wrong here?
Hey, the assumption that you've seen the best of Obi in the present moment.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
Y'all did to Chuck. You just said he was 1 for 10.
Oh,
I'm not saying I saw the best of him. That's a fact. He was 1 for 10.
But Freezy, we were mentioning in a small sample size.
Right. Well, small sample size wasn't brought up when God of Moses and Elijah just said that he may not be a stretch 4.
He didn't say that. God Moses said he's going to be shooting 10 to 15.
Hold on. I'm gonna rewind it. I'm gonna rewind the tape. Y'all want to see? Y'all want me to rewind it and play it back for y'all?
No, my question
because the three of y'all were really on Obi just now.
No, my question was,
No, I wasn't.
out of what you've seen so far, do that stretch four? Do you think he is a stretch four? That was the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
You think so?
And so yeah, because in order to be a stretch four, what's up, Free Keith? What's good? Where you at, baby? Hey, what's up, Chef NYK? Hey, Dutch B, what's good? Stretch four, to be a stretch four, you don't have to just be a sharpshooter from three. You know what I mean? You can do other stuff like play make, which diverts the defensive attention out to 25, 26 feet or wherever you are.
Which Obi has done a good job of penetrating and giving the ball out to that weak side in the paint.
Right.
He's done a great job of that. I will give him that.
Well, so and I'm sorry for being distracted, but I'm monitoring the chat and moderating and trying to right. get my 2 cents into. But so here's the thing. The thing with Obi, I say let's be a little bit more patient before.
No problem.
But hey, Decius Thomas, what's good? Yeah,
I'm totally
and I know you said small sample size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is based on what I've seen so far. I see that. I'm not saying he's not going to be able to do it later on in the season. I'm just saying based off the small sample size, these are the things I've seen. That's all.
And also, I was saying,
right.
I was looking at it more like, has he proven to be a stretch four? And so far, he's been struggling. But on the defensive side, I think he's improving, and I think he's going to continue to improve on defense, which is probably what Tibbs wants first. He came out of college with a strong offense, and I think eventually the offense is going to pick up, but it's defense more with him.
See, my thing, Freezy, was they labeled him a stretch four before he played an NBA game. So my question was, do you still feel this? You know what I'm saying? But he has 2 assists in 3 games,
right.
A total of 2 assists.
Right.
But that doesn't tell the story, though.
I
because he's thrown a lot of good passes, and guys have missed shots. So
good point.
You want to look at? I think this is a statistic where it's like it's the potential assist to the pass thing, and I think that would be very high, as opposed to just seeing him with just 2 assists.
Speaking of assists, Knox is really stepping it up with the passing. I think, man.
Oh Lord. Let's see.
How many assists has he had through?
I wasn't talking statistic. I was really referring to last night's game.
He had 2 last night.
Mm-hmm.
None the game before.
Mm-hmm. And that one in the first game.
One, yeah. So 3 in 3 games.
So are you saying that? Are you seeing potential from him as far as playmaking? Is that what you're saying?
Like what I like that pass when he threw with Obi. Remember that pass that Obi gave him the pass and then Kevin Knox gave it back to him. So that I think that was game 1 in the preseason.
Yeah, it was.
And then on the fourth quarter, when I think he threw a half court. Was it a half court pass? I can't remember right now.
From the rebound.
Yes.
Jay Hater is in the building. I'm gonna burn that hat.
I hate bad players, so bad players say same thing. So.
You were hyping up Quigley last night. I couldn't
believe I did.
Yeah, I heard you. You better disappear.
Hold on, I want to talk about Quigley, man. I want to respond about Quigley, Chuck. First of all, Quigley is one of the few players that commands defense. You have to defend him. You can't ignore him.
I said
Quigley was all right, man. Like,
yo, Freeze, I think you got like a double.
Yeah, you got a double screen. Yeah.
Okay.
I said with Quigley, both on my show and then.
All right, let me. I'm trying to fix something, man. Hold on, I'm gonna jump out real quick. I'm gonna fix this stuff and then I'll come right back.
Okay.
All right.
So I said both occasions, Chuck, that I thought Quickly had a good game. I said again, he played against a C-list level players, so we can't get too hyped off of it, right? And that he's probably going to project out as a space shooter if he gets any starting minutes. I mean, if he gets any solid minutes off the bench, right? He's not going to be doing probably what he did last night on a higher level like that. And again, he went 2 for 11, right? So he didn't have this
3 for 11, 1 for 6 from 3.
Yeah.
Right. So he didn't have this ridiculously good game, but versus DSJ,
And Peyton.
What?
Okay. DSJ made the 2 little threes. That was cute.
What y'all look at?
It was
Dude, that was a
For
good.
a guy who gets who gets caught on double teams probably 90% of the time, right? I'd rather have a guy who at least move the ball around. I'm not saying you have to cross over or get past your guy. At least be able to move the ball around when they're showing you a zone or they're showing you a double team. DJ can't do that.
That's the only thing That's the only thing I don't like about DSJ. I don't like how I'm not liking how he operates when the trap is coming. Like I don't think he passes out fast enough. Like he doesn't see the trap
DSG
happening.
does not read the defense well.
He doesn't read it well. Like, but I do like that he's improving. It's obvious that he's improving. Those 2 threes he hit actually to me kind of like those impress me. I don't know if anybody else looked at them or like whatever, but like I like the ease at which he hit those 2 threes. It gave a little bit of like hope into the future for his shooting. Because if he's not, I can tell you this: if he doesn't develop a 3-point shot, DSJ is useless. Even with his increased defense, he doesn't read the defense well enough. He doesn't read the defense well. He doesn't. He gets caught behind the traps, like really too, like. That's how we lost. That's how we lost that whole that was part of the reason we lost that second game. Like they
remind him about in the second game where he called in the zone. He called the pick.
Yeah,
he called the wrong play.
Hold up. And he got caught behind it.
And he got caught. Thank you. And then
but I'm not saying I hate DSJ. I think honestly, DSJ with a shot, if he's wet from 3. He's probably one of our top 2 PGs. Like that's no conjecture. But that's the thing. He either has a 3-point shot or he doesn't. That is the real key to DSJ right now. Like if he doesn't develop that 3 and it's not dependable, I can't see him getting a ton of playing time.
That's a good take, though. That 3-pointer is a good thing for him.
It's a very good thing. That will be his whole life because he's not that explosive DSJ, that pre-injury DSJ that everybody waiting for. It's not coming back.
Yes, it is coming back. Yes, it's there. First of all, it's there.
Bro, you are not gonna see those dunks and shit after that injury. I'm telling you, bro.
Yes, you are.
His best bet is to work on that 3. Get that 3 wet. It's his best bet. I'm telling you.
Didn't me and you debate? And you said Mitch was the best player on the Knicks?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Or Rick? I never said that.
Said it. No.
I said that. I said he was the most impactful player by the numbers. I didn't say he was the best player on the Knicks. So you got the wrong guy, I think.
No, all right, impactful. I still don't agree with that. But
I was going by the numbers. I was going by the numbers of win share. The win share numbers, which means like it's a pass looking stat, meaning that like it's not a forward predictive stat. It's a pass looking, this is what you already did stat. So win share is a number that is an advanced stat that I actually like. His win share was 3 times higher than the next closest guy. Like he had the highest win share on the team last season. Of our wins, he was the most impactful. That's all I was saying about Mitch.
Okay, all right. DSJ is playing under control right now.
I like him. I like he's improving. Don't let it. This is just a discussion of time and place. But like if we're talking about DSJ now versus DSJ then, this is 110% better DSJ.
Yeah, but he's still.
I don't like an explosive under. To tell you the truth, I don't hold a lot of faith in an explosive undersized guard. Ooh. I don't. Like you're not going to live long in the NBA.
All right,
that's in my mind.
All
if that's what you're leaning on. If you don't have like a 3-ball or what you call it, and it's just like, oh, I'm explosive and I can dunk, dude, you 6'3", 6'2", like it's just not. Nah, I'm not like that.
He's not undersized. That's average for a point guard. He's not undersized.
Okay, all right.
Your boy DSJ. Okay, so let's come on, Chuck. Let's be honest. Your boy DSJ has relied on getting the pick and roll to create space. This preseason, he's done it last year. And when I read the stats to you last year, right, I agree with you. Even the top point guards run it around mid 50% of the time, right? But again, those top point guards I was mentioning off, their field goal percentage is a lot higher than DSJ. So just scoring wise from DSJ, he can't really score even off the pick and roll that he calls at league average, or I'm not saying league average, but around where some of the top point guards I mentioned do it. So again, like he said, and he can't play off ball, right? If you look at his off ball stats, they're almost non-existent, right? So he has to be able to hit the three off the dribble, or he really doesn't have much value because he's not. Come on. I know he has assists here and there, but he's not a high level facilitator. He's not going to set up. Go ahead.
He's fitting into the Knicks system. He wasn't hitting the three in Dallas, and he still put up 15 and 5.
Because his usage rate was 28.9%. He was being utilized. It's like MCW. It's like, oh yeah, MCW put up these number of stats, but when the league adjusted, and remember the Sixers didn't have any talent, it was like, all right, once you start to get some type of talent in the system in, it's like, all right, this guy literally plateaus as a certain type of player that he has to have the ball in his hands a lot to be effective. And that's DSJ. Let's be honest. Like Keith said, DSJ again had 2 ACL surgeries on both, or 1 ACL surgery each on each knee, right? And you still a bit of dunk, but that's gonna catch up to you. Then you have the back issues. Right?
This is what I'm saying. Like I don't think
for it. So
we haven't seen that DSJ. We haven't seen that pre-injury DSJ since that injury, and I doubt that we will. And like that's just medical facts. Like it's like
you don't.
He's not going to be able to keep up. Like he's not going to be that guy. Like we're not seeing like explosive windmill dunks, this, that, and the other. He got to get that shot wet. That's it. I think he can do it. That's why I said those two threes that he made me like it encouraged me because like I was like, all right, the way in which he made them, like it was the shot looked technically good. It felt like, okay, you just got to be able to see the rim. Like you just got to get that first one in. Him and Knox impressed me with the threes in the fourth quarter. Keith, I want to see more of that.
Keith, can I just say one thing to what you said, right? You said the three is going to save him. I think that this would also truly save him, maybe on the same level. Like I said, go to the second game, preseason game, second quarter, 10:04, right? When he called that pick by Mitch and then pitch cuts to the basket, right? And he didn't make that pass, right? DSJ is going to have to elevate his ability to make that quick pass, right? To be able to break defenses so they respect his passing. Because, again, if you don't get his three-point shot or if he's working on his three-point shot, it's one thing, right? But if you can make those quick passes, right, to a Mitch who was cutting, and it's a split-second pass. I've seen Chris Paul, John Morant. John Morant does it with flair, by the way, but the top point guards do it. He has to be able to do it. So that means that he has to make anticipatory passes, right? Where it's like, the guy, obviously Mitch has to complete them, but I mean, obviously in that game it wasn't done. But to where it's like it's getting to Mitch, right? It's kind of like Aaron Rodgers, right? He's going to throw it to where you're supposed to be, not where you are, right?
DSJ cannot do that in the half court as
right. He has to be able to do it in the half court, or his shooting is going to. I mean, obviously he's still struggling to try to find a shot, and he can't provide you any other value by trying to break his man one-on-one or breaking the zone defense with, that type of pass. You know what I mean? So again, he has to elevate his court awareness. He has to, bro. Because I've seen I called it out last year. He was doing that last year where Mitchell set the pick, cut down, and it's like a sliver, right? That sliver of like, you got to make that pass as he's cutting before the defense even like resets onto you. If he does that, then DJ will have value. Until then,
he's not reading the defense like that right now.
His spot is solidified. His spot in the rotation is solidified. Frank is out of the rotation because of Quickly. And they said his knock's still a bust. One game don't make you not a bust. But he got 1 foot on the bus station. So he's not completely there yet, but he's tinkering there.
But see, it's weird, like, cause like a quarter like the fourth quarter last night, it makes you it breathes a little bit of life in a guy like Knox. Like, okay, like, because I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, that's the Knox that I see. Like,
if he does that against the first and second unit, that's more encouraging.
Definitely,
Well said,
definitely.
well
But
said.
like baby steps. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. He wasn't doing it against any unit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I really like
I'll
Knox
take the
passing the
ramp
ball
up.
though. I really like Knox passing the ball. That's what I really like. His 3 balls.
Yeah.
Him passing the ball.
Yo, that long pass that that shit was beautiful.
Maddox was
beautiful.
Good. Big Oso, I see you. Kevin Middleton was good. CH, I see you. Hey, I had to legit jump in the middle of this mess because I can't believe what's going down my ears. Are we legit saying that Dennis Smith Jr. basketball IQ is tied to Mitchell Robinson? Are y'all serious?
Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that? Nobody.
Hold on.
He's trying to find debate. That's what it is. No one said anything.
I heard the word sliver. I heard somebody say sliver, right? Somebody said that. And then I heard somebody say
like 8 different conversations.
Okay.
That's a good one.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. We make all these assumptions about Dennis Smith Jr., right? Mitchell Robinson is cutting to the basket, not even looking at the passer or the rim, not even looking where he's looking out in the alley. If Dennis Smith Jr. throws that ball, it's a turnover on Dennis Smith Jr. And you know what's going to happen? Y'all going to be like, at the same time, y'all going to be like, well, Dennis Smith Jr. turns the ball over too much. I mean,
you got to start the thing because if you actually watch the play, Mitchell Robinson was doing this with the hand.
Hey, go ahead, man. Because I just sat here patiently while y'all chopped it up, and then
crazy. You literally just made a debate for us to keep talking about. If you watch the play, Mitchell Robinson is doing this as he's cutting down.
Yeah, his hand was up. His hand was up, like, yo, so like, give me the rock.
You made that whole thing up just to get us fighting. I'm not gonna fall for your freaking Modoc. What's that guy from X-Men?
So the game only plays like in one person's house. That's what we going now.
What?
Only one person can watch the game is what we saying.
No.
Everybody else.
Hold up. But you literally, on the play that I'm talking about, you said that his head was not, he wasn't looking when that wasn't the truth. Even Keith saw it.
No,
literally, play, Robinson's doing this as he's cutting.
As he's cutting, he put his hand up. He put his hand up like, yo, like, I'm going.
Yeah, right. I'm going. And then DSJ didn't see it. And the sliver thing was that, first of all, DSJ's ability, whether it was Mitch or if it's Taj or whoever the hell it is, I'm just saying that DSJ many times resets on the perimeter because he can't make that slick pass after the pick. He just can't. I've seen John Morant, I've seen Trae Young, and obviously, yes, these are top level guards, right? But court awareness, when we talk about point guards, your biggest asset is court awareness, right? If you have high level court, Elfrid Payton, I'm not saying has the highest level of court awareness, but he still has a job in the league for a guy who can't shoot because he has decent court awareness. Like DJ,
people keep hating on Elf. People keep hating on Elf, but he's the guy on the team that does PG things well.
Right.
Good point.
Right.
Sometimes.
Elfrid Payton is terrible.
If Elfrid Payton, the biggest issue with Elfrid Payton is that he cannot shoot.
That's it. If he had even a 30%, shot from range, cats wouldn't even be talking about it.
Thank you.
Ain't that the same with DSJ though? I think that would be the same thing, right?
The name of the game is put the ball in the hole.
People talking about DSJ now this year. I feel like the things that DSJ improved this year, or it's looking like he improved, that defense, that defensive energy that he's putting in, don't get that twisted, yo.
Don't
get the value of that twisted. Right. You ain't never see that from DSJ.
Yeah,
you ain't never see that.
We could say what we want, bro, but DSJ, like Freezy said, bro, and OG said earlier, we may not love DSJ, but I don't care what nobody say. Last night, his play is what sparked our comeback. Like you can fight, you can cuss and all that, bro.
When and how?
His defense.
Second quarter, 8:30.
Second quarter, anything that happened in the first half was trash.
How was it trash? And how was it trash when the score was 57 to 53? How was it trash? What was trash? The third quarter was trash. Are you sure we talking about the same game? The third quarter was trash. We played good basketball.
Yo, can I ask a question again?
Somebody said, Frank now?
The fact that
Freezy pissed. I know this is gonna get Freezy pissed. So Freezy, if DSJ is looking good with the defense, right? He's not really, I mean, he had the 2 threes, but for the most part, he's been struggling with the shot and all that stuff, right? What's the difference between him and Frank when Frank has been doing the same thing DSJ has been doing defensively this whole time?
No, he hasn't.
When is Frank? Okay, when does Frank hit 2 threes in the game?
She tell me water and electronics don't mix.
That's what it is.
He's hit 2 threes in a game, Freezy. Stop that, man. Stop that.
I disagree with Guillermo on that one, bro. He don't score, man. That's the biggest problem with Frank.
Please don't. This is grown man talk.
That's all of our point guards' problems, y'all.
No.
If any of them point guards scored, we wouldn't be arguing right now. We wouldn't be arguing.
You want to put money on it? Frank has hit 2 threes in game. Do you want to put money on it? I'll put $100 right now.
Well, one time
Frank has shot the ball better from 3.
3 years.
Frank has shot the ball better from 3.
Forget all that.
You talking about one time in 3 years?
Hold on a second.
Now you're saying he hit it one time in 3 years. Put money on it.
One at a time, everybody. One at a time.
DSJ is gonna get you 10 points or better in defense.
This is the problem with DSJ right now. He's had a hard time initiating the offense and getting the offense going. And also, he's had a hard time in breaking down his initial defender in order for him to put himself in positions to make for himself and others. We have to keep that in mind. Name me one defender he's beaten.
Honestly, but truly, I think what it is bigger than anything. I think Isaiah was saying it last night on the Nothing But Knicks chat that we see him thinking too much, but I don't think he's thinking. I believe he's trying to be this point guard that Tom Thibodeau wants, because I think DSJ can go to the cup at will. I don't believe nobody can stay in front of him. I don't think that's the
evidence to support that.
He can't. There's no evidence to support that.
Yeah, I haven't seen not one shred of evidence to support that.
Well, look at
consistently to the cup, and even when he does, and
Guillermo. So, Guillermo, I want to know when is it that DSJ lost his? When did he lose his athleticism? That's what I want to know.
When he had the back injury, I think sapped him, because ever since he had that back injury, you saw him. Even when he came back from the Mavericks game, where he had the 9 points or 15, whatever he had, he was literally like trudging and like slowly getting into the paint and hitting that little fadeaway. I think that back injury plus the knee injury, or the 2 injuries he had before, is caught up to him, right?
So with that, I don't want to cut you off, Guillermo, real quick. So if that's the case, bro, hey, Guillermo, if that's the case, the Knicks are lying to us then. If that's the case, the Knicks are lying to us. Y'all got a hurt-ass player that y'all got out here on the floor, and y'all trying to mask him as a point guard.
Y'all take everything to extremes. It's not hurt. Yeah. It's diminished. Like my guy, you are not.
You're a 24-year-old kid diminished. So that don't make sense. What are y'all talking about?
A body is still a body, bro. Like, the dude got a back injury. He got a back injury and ACL joints, bro. He is not gonna get up like you saw him getting up before. It's just that's just biology, bro.
Hold on, can I just say something real quick? The Prince, these guys have been playing basketball. A lot of these guys, when you think about it, their bodies are well more mature, like age-wise, because they played basketball sometimes 2-3 times a day for almost every day growing up. So their body actually, it goes to atrophy way quicker than ours. Go look at guys like Jonathan Bender. Got drafted, could hardly be. Yeah, the knee injury could hardly play. This dude, what? He got the NBA by what? 23, 24.
Look up the injuries. Look up the injuries these young cats is getting in AAU. From overuse. From overuse. Yeah. Look that shit up, bro. Like, it's not. It's. Yeah. Actually, to tell you the truth, I'll give you a perfect example. And we have him, Rivers. Rivers was supposed to be a god before his injury in college. Do you see how he was the number one cat coming in from high school? He was number one coming through in college, and then he got injured. Then he got injured like an ACL or a back joint. Dude He has never been the same physically.
Two different people.
I'm just saying, like, if you depend on explosiveness, if your main quality is like, oh, I gets up and I bangs it on the rim, I bangs it in the rim, like when you take a back hit or you take an ACL hit, it's gonna
circling. It's blood in the water. Cats are hating on DSJ for the fact that
but this ain't hate. Like cats talk about everything.
Not hating on him.
Everything ain't hate,
bro.
Who's
the victim name? Is it just DSJ? Because we may as well throw all the hate.
No, they said not still a bust too. They said not still a bust too.
Hey,
they said not still a bust too.
Well, DSJ had.
The junior can't pass basketball.
I'm rooting for DSJ.
DSJ had 5 steals on only 3 fouls. Frank don't play defense like that. Frank.
What? Oh, now you tripping. Now you tripping.
You see?
No. Frank don't really.
I knew this was coming.
Here we go.
He doesn't. Come on,
what?
man.
He don't.
He
He's 100%. Frank is 100% hand check. He's gonna foul you. Frank stay in foul trouble. Oh, you see the last game?
When the last time Frank fouled out?
The last game he played.
The last game he played.
11 minutes and 40 seconds. Thanks for the question. 11 minutes and 40 seconds. 6 fouls. He's a butcher. Edward Scissorhands.
Frank doesn't move as quickly. Frank doesn't move as quickly as people think. Like they keep saying that he has great defense, but he has great defense because he has long hands. Like he has long arms. Like that's it. Have you seen him defend? Have you seen him defend in the half court set? Like once a dude gets that first step on him, it's a wrap.
Why you guys trying to put
grab him?
Yo. Hey, I'm gonna have to start muting y'all, man. We gotta go one at a time. Yo, stop cutting people off, man. Let my man finish. Go ahead, Keith.
I think like I really hate the fact that any discussion of a criticism of a player is immediately labeled hate. Like that's kind of why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like you can't say nothing negative about nobody. Like that makes discussion a little bit whack. But anyway, I don't hate DSJ. I actually am rooting for the guard. I don't hate nobody on the team, tell you the truth, because I don't put my love in nobody until we win. I'll pick when we got a winning team, then I'll pick the people that like, I'm standing for. Ain't no stands on a losing ass team. But number one, your boy Frank, if you take an honest evaluation of how he plays defense and why his defense is so good, it's because he is long and he is lanky. It is not because he does anything, especially like with speed or anything like that. On the half court set, if his man gets the ball, that first step, he's probably beating him on the first step, and he's going to try to grab him. Like that's like 90% of the fouls that he gets. If you notice, you know what I'm saying, his fouls are hand check fouls, and it's because the person is faster than him. Now, on the fast break, he's good. On the fast break, he's good because like really all you got to do is wave your hands and be in front of somebody. That's he does that very, very well. But like if a player is set at the half court and he's defending from the half court and but long story short, Frank is another one. He's going to decrease in value. His defense will decrease in value as these other PG's defense comes up. Like DSJ is to me with his defense a threat to Frank.
But my whole thing is why is everybody trying to put Frank Ntilikina as a point guard?
I give you that too because I don't think he's a point guard either. I'm just going with what people be saying.
I don't understand that whole beef Guillermo was talking about between Frank and DSJ and about his minutes. Frank's minutes, he's a wing defender. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna be a 2 guard if anything.
he's gonna be a 2 guard. So we should that conversation should have look. I think
should have been happened. Just let it happen.
Even Frank Ntilikina said I could play point guard or shooting guard. Even he said it himself. So like, why are we stressing if DSJ gets 5 steals? If DSJ gets 5 steals and plays good defense, why is this narrative? Oh no, the Frank's minutes, we don't need him no more. Frank could play the 2 or the 3. He could actually start some games at the 3. I said this to Andy the other time. Why can't he just play the 3 and play some defense and shoot some corner threes? Like, we gotta let that beef between DSJ and Frank. We gotta let that. DSJ should be battling for Peyton and maybe
and Quigley and like those are the
like
PGs. Like,
Frank should be battling either RJ or Kevin Knox for his minutes. That's all. Like, we gotta respect both of them for their talent. Like,
let me ask you a question.
I'm so with you on that.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me ask you a question. From what we see from DSJ in these 3 preseason games, do we see him as somebody that is capable of running the point guard position?
I think he's capable. I think DSJ is capable.
In what way?
No. Like he passes well enough. He passes well enough
in the half court,
in the transition. In like, when I say enough, he's not bad. Like, he's not bad on that front. And I feel like with a coach like Tibbs, he could get better on that particular front. And like,
so there's no evidence to support that he's been able to pass well in the half court.
Well, he could definitely do better. He could definitely do better. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's not.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Hey, Legion of Knicks, are you in?
Yeah, I'm in now, man.
Hey, Legion, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yo. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened. You just disappeared. I didn't press any, or intentionally did anything. I just looked at the alert in the private chat and saw that you wasn't in. So I didn't do anything intentional, man. I just don't know what happened. No, I think did you put yourself in timeout because you hate on DSJ?
Nah.
Okay.
I just want to say.
Wait, hold on a second, G. Because I was.
Wait, my man wasn't finished though. My man wasn't finished.
Right. I wasn't finished. I didn't get a chance to jump in and do my Yo, y'all legit like be running me over. Hey, it's. I mean, I get it though. So what I was gonna say though to Free Keith is this, dog. We can't say that we don't hate on or very strongly dislike DSJ if every time somebody says DSJ, we legit drill down on these certain points and emphasize certain points whether it's after a practice or a game or no stretch of Knicks content. We legit say DSJ needs a screen to beat his man. DSJ can't make a certain pass and all these certain things, right? How about we do this? How about we say, hey, man, DSJ is learning how to reinvent himself at the point guard position. And so sometimes he's going to have these struggles where when he faces something new, he has to learn how to do it. And the reason why I say that is because yesterday, Dennis Smith Jr. had an interview on MSG or one of those sites, whatever, where he said, "Hey man, I called for the pick and roll, and they went under. I hit a 3, right? Then he said the next time I called for a pick and roll, they went over, and I went to the basket and got a dunk. And the next time I called the pick and roll, they blitzed it up high with 2 guys blitzing the pick and roll and 1 guy in the passing lane. So the next day, me and Coach Johnny Bryant got together and watched the film so I can learn how to better enable myself to learn when the trap is coming and when my outlets are. That's what Dennis Smith Jr. said yesterday, right? Today we're saying, hey, man, he can't be this man. He always calls for screen and roll. He can't shoot, all these different things. Man, the cat understands all these things, and he's getting coached up on it. He even referenced the person that is coaching him up on it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain players, we get to like this level of venom, and vitriol for because we have a certain level of expectation. And when people don't meet it, we blitz them, right? It's the same thing with Julius Randle, like with Reggie Bullock in the corner. Like we can legit say, and I'm not pointing out Legion of Knicks for saying it because he's right. The right basketball play would be to do that. But we looked at Reggie Bullock's numbers yesterday, and they were terrible. You know what I'm saying? That if I'm Julius Randle, do I kick out to a dude that's terrible, or do I try to do this thing on my own? I'm not saying that we can't critique players. I'm not saying that because we're legit. We're here to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is our sounding board. This is where we come to let our thoughts be heard, right? But at the same time, when it's like legit, every time Chuck says DSJ, it's the same thing over and over. We get to a point where it's like, it does look like the sharks in the water. The sharks are circling. It does look like blood's in the water. It does look like the sharks hadn't eaten in a week. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do that for others. We only do that for, say, a couple people, DSJ and Julius Randle.
I would critique every player on the Knicks roster the same way.
Exactly. I feel like he's just the one that's up right now. Throw somebody else in the mix. We have this same discussion. Ain't nobody here hating on DSJ. We're discussing the things that we see as negative and positive.
Nobody said Reggie Bullock's name yet, and Reggie Bullock has looked terrible.
Because we're talking about DSJ. He's the subject of the conversation right now.
That's why we say the sharks are circling. Because we're talking about
so everybody is circling once we're talking about a guy. Like we can't talk about 6 different people at the same time. He is the subject of conversation right now. You want to raise your hand and change it to Bullock? All right, let's talk about Bullock.
Yeah, I was mentioning Bullock last night. I said he should be out of the rotation. That's why I'm not going to say that. Night.
I'm not going to say that based on
his performance last night. He should be out of the rotation. Alec Burke looked way better than him.
Dude, like y'all fans put too much on preseason games, man.
Right, okay, no problem.
But then y'all still kill Knox though. We still kill Knox, but then y'all want to use that's what Freezy's saying. Y'all jump over the fence when y'all want to, bro. Like and that's the point. Y'all, bro, your OG just said Knox was 1 foot out of being a bust and 1 foot in being a bust. Guillermo can contest to this, bro. I've been saying it. Everybody know. If Knox has a point guard, somebody who can facilitate the offense, he can play ball, bro. And we seen when he gets going, you almost can't stop him once he can get to going, bro. He needs somebody to give him the ball, and that's all I'm saying. But again, y'all was killing him this morning. Talk about he's still a bust. We can't really. That's one sample size. So again, is it a sample size or isn't it sample size?
No,
y'all use it when y'all
he's
want
a vet. No, you're missing the point that I'm trying to say. He's a vet. Bullock is a vet. We know what Bullock can do. We've seen him for seasons hit threes. We've seen that. We know what he can do. I'm just saying that I'm not casting him aside because of one preseason game. Is all I'm saying. I've already seen what he can do. I have not seen that from Knox to say that about Knox. So every game is important for Knox. You understand the difference?
Not necessarily, because again, like consistency. I hear what you're saying on consistency.
Let him talk.
Yeah, you talking about presidents. You talking about presidents and consistency. I respect what you said, OG. I totally do. I hear what you're saying. But the same difference is it comes with a slighted eye. Y'all, like you said, it's not the same tenacity as, I got the same love for such and such. Let these kids grow. Like Freezy said, bro, we got to stop killing every time. Like we dissected every performance and every play, bro. Let these kids breathe a little bit.
But that's what we do. We're fans. We're fans. We're going to anticipate. We're going to break down everything. I think that the idea. I think what happens is those people who love Nugs, who love Frank, y'all take every criticism as being hate.
Thank
Like
you.
it's not, bro. It's not.
Hey, I'm with being accountable. I'm with holding these kids accountable when they are not playing. But bro, we talking about 21, 22-year-old kids who are learning their craft.
It's been 9 months.
Hold on.
9 months.
Hold on. We clearly see it's 9 months, but it's 9 months with a new regime who finally have a team that is teaching the players and progressing the players. We've never had a development staff until right now. So we can't keep
how heavily can you even use that though? Like they've been together for like a couple. Wait,
you can use it prevalent. Look at Donovan Mitchell. You can use it prevalent. Look at Donovan Mitchell. Look at the Nets. Look at every other team that develops their players. No, we can't
bro,
keep saying
I'm talking
that,
about
bro.
this new regime. Like you like they haven't had the time to really make to I can't use the new regime thing as like evidence right now because they haven't had the time to really actually do anything with the new regime yet. Like it's been a week of camp and 3 preseason games. All I'm looking for is stuff that cats could have developed on their own. How is your free throw shooting? That's what I want to see. How is your 3-point shooting? That's what I want to see. Stuff that don't need no regime to work on. You've been out for 9 months. What you've been working on? That's what I want to see in preseason. And it wasn't looking good for Knox until this last game. You have to admit that. You have to admit that.
That's a lie. That's a lie. He had a bad game against the Pistons game 2. Game 1, he played pretty good, bro. Didn't he have 11, 12 points? Well, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Dude, he missed a gang of threes.
But dog, missing shots do not make you a bad player, bro. But stop that. I'm like, if you don't shoot the ball, y'all be complaining to like Dennis Smith Jr.
But here's where you got it twisted. Who called him a bad player? I'm just critiquing shit that needs to get done. If you're emotional,
you make it, bro. Like you said. You said he had a bad game. No, you said he had a bad game. You said he had a bad game. I didn't say that.
He did have a bad game last game.
You said he's been having bad games. He had one bad game and only played 12 minutes, bro. He played 12 minutes and didn't play no more.
To me, he had 2 bad games. He wasn't super fresh that first game.
So, like you said, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. So I can't change that. But I'm just saying.
But I'm not hating. I'm not hating about pointing out stuff that needs to be changed.
Guillermo, get some burn, bro. Get some burn.
Knox only had 5 points in the first game, but he did look good in Spurs. But he only had 5 points in the first game. The issue with Knox, and by the way, when we just real quick, because people talk about Bullock and that stuff. Remember, you guys saying that Burks needs to take. Remember, people saying that Burks sucked after his first game, and now Burks was good in the second game. So again, veterans, these specialist guys, they're on and off at times. So let's not look at and say, oh, we got Bullock sucks. So the next game, Bullock might come in and hit 3 or 4 threes, right? So again, one, it's preseason. So let's not overreact with some of our veterans. 2, the thing with Knox is that, and I agree with Keith, right? And partially with the Prince, right? I don't think that people, at least me, and I know that Keith doesn't do this, it's not that we're looking at Knox and saying that Knox sucked yesterday, right? Again, Knox was did his thing against top the C-list level guys. Because in the first half, yes, he was missing shots, but he didn't do much else, right? He put his head down, dribble, nothing was happening, right? The thing with Knox is that those threes that he was hitting and some of that play, we've seen it before, right? Where a game, Knox will flash in a game, give you 15, give you possibly 20. And look, it's like, yo, we got Knox now. But then when he plays better defenses or that three's not hitting, then Knox doesn't have another wrinkle to show you. And I said this yesterday and I have to agree with Keith. Every time you pass a criticism to a player that people like, it's like, oh, you hate. And it's like, I'm not hating on Knox. Is that in this NBA basketball game, unless you're a Ray Allen, unless you're Del, we know that 3-pointer ain't going to be there every day. You have to show another wrinkle because how many times have we seen Knox dribble with his head down, pick up his dribble, not have anything. And he's doing that for the game. And then he shoots 2 or 3 threes. And
he doesn't have it yet.
And he's passing the ball. He's passing the ball good now, too.
But hold on, Guillermo. I want to mention something you said. I said Bullock was out of the rotation for this reason.
And
most consensus is that Alec Burks is going to start, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now Knox is going to come off the bench, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where does that leave Bullock?
Well, you still have
Bullock is a 2 or 3 though.
Yeah, you can play him at the 2.
He's a 2 or
Bullock
3.
at the 2.
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at the depth chart. So let's look at
You
the
can put
depth chart.
Frank at the 2 also.
You got RJ Barrett.
Bullock would probably be put in before Frank though.
You got RJ Barrett, right? You have Austin Rivers, right?
They hate him, man.
Where's Bullock?
No, all the guys you just mentioned aren't solely shooting guards. Rivers can play the 1 or the 2. The Bullock plays the 2 or the 3. RJ plays the 2 or the 3. Like, understand the minutes is there, bro. The minutes is there.
Frank can play the
minutes are there.
I don't think so. But
I think Frank is the odd man out, actually.
Exactly.
Even though he plays so many positions, I feel like he's the third stringer for every one of those positions at minimum.
See, this is the thing about Frank, though, and this is what I'm trying to say to God. Oh, sorry to cut you off, Chuck, but this is the thing I'm saying. This is the thing with Frank is because the versatility, right, and the ability to pop. And I say the ability because before Chuck kills me, but he's shown or exhibited some type of ability to hit that shot a little bit more consistently. Now, yes, DSJ has had the 2, and I'm not saying Frank is coming at the point guard position. I've said this time games he'll be playing up as an off guard, but that means he can play 1, 2, 3. DSJ can only play the 1, and he's not playing the 1 at a high level, right? So again, Tom Thibodeau likes guards who are versatile, right? That's what I was saying with DSJ. It's not me hating. I don't hate any of these guys. These guys are probably all great human beings. I have nothing against them. I just care about the team. DSJ's lack of ability to excel at the point guard position and his lack of versatility, because you just can't put him at the 2. He's just too small, and he can't shoot off ball. That's going to limit him. Even a guy like Quickly, you could possibly put the 1 or the 2, right? He's interchangeable. That's what I'm saying with DSJ. DSJ, I think DSJ might be the odd guy out versus Frank, because Frank can, at the very least, can interchange with that 2 and the 3 and the 1. He can flip around those positions.
Well, you need to stop lying. DSJ is definitely the main man in and not the odd man out.
The main man.
Yeah.
This dude is the president of the DSJ fan club.
I could be out way before DSJ. I wish he was a gambler, man, because I would definitely have that hat on the next show.
We can look at what do you okay? All right, hold on. You know, I just got Synergy Sports, right? I got the subscription, so I have the Thanos glove in my hand. Let me know what stat you want to look up regarding DSJ, and we'll
Thank you. Now, please look up the amount of air balls Frank shot.
All right,
Yo, Knox was putting up some air balls though. That was what was disturbing me more so about Knox coming into this game than anything else. Like, he just made me that fourth quarter made me feel decently about Knox, because I was really feeling like, yo, like, this dude can't even find the rim. Like, that's a problem.
It's amazing, man. It's like when you have any criticism on certain guys, people say, you know what I mean? I know Kevin Wright is joking around, so salute to Kevin, but it's like, dogs, you can't sit here and like every little game, like, and try to just pick. Oh, this is a preseason game where the guy was playing against, I don't say trash, but C-D level players. And again, I'm not taking anything away from it. But if Knox came in, right, and he was Euro-stepping everybody and he was fading away in that game, I'll be like, oh, I've never seen that before like that. I mean, we saw a little bit in the first game, but it's like, oh, he scored 20 points, didn't hit a 3, and he was doing all that. Like, from Knox, it means that, all right, he's getting comfortable, even though he's playing against C-level players, he's getting comfortable with a new skill that we haven't seen before. But we've seen Knox go off from threes before. I'm telling you, if the Cleveland Cavaliers played their first level, the starting lineup, we probably don't win that game. Look at the perimeter defense. Our perimeter defense was trash against their first game. RJ, I'm blaming RJ Barrett. I'm blaming all those guys. It was terrible.
We were lucky they weren't hitting. Why Illmatic's called Chuck CSJ?
That's stupid in the chat, man. I don't know if y'all talked about it. Hopefully I might retalk. The guy who scares me, I know we talk about DJ. The guy who scares me the most, and it might sound crazy, I think it's Mitch, man. Mitch scares me, bro.
Yeah, not.
That's why Noel's is starting.
Yeah, Mitch is fine where he's at. Like, everybody, people are scared about Mitch because they really want him to start. And I don't even think like
Not
it's a
starting.
problem. Like Mitch and Noel is the same person right now. And like to me, I look at that two. Noel is the more mature of the two. Let him start. We got 48 minutes of rim defense. I'm not even concerned about center. Let's look at all the other positions.
No, but the thing is, people are down on him because they had higher expectations for him.
Yes. Oh, he's gonna come back shooting threes.
Yeah, and none of that. I told him that wasn't going to happen. Don't pay attention to them.
He has no post-up game. He has no face-up game. He has no mid-range.
Nothing. He just.
What did he do? What did he do in 9 months?
Well, you saw the videos.
He looked exactly the same.
He had and one mixtape videos.
Yeah, versus
the YMCA. That's ridiculous, bro.
But I don't feel like I'm not down on Mitch. To me, Mitch is a consummate win for us. Like he's literally, we not even how he was picked, when he was picked. Like we shouldn't even be talking about Mitch right now.
Yeah, I'm not down on him either because I didn't have no expectation from him.
Yeah, like
that's why I'm not down. I'm not down on Frank because I knew he was a bust before he came here.
You know why I'm down on Frank? You know why? With Mitch's first year, he flashed that he could be a dynamic starter. That's the thing about it. He flashed, right? I'll even say, I mean, looking back now, hindsight's 2020, right? You could probably say we were probably duped on Mitch because you can't sit here and say that his first year didn't give you like, damn, imagine if this dude was doing over 40 minutes or 30-some minutes, right? That's the thing with Mitch. So again, I agree with you. If you have a legit starting center, then you don't feel as bad, right? And I think Noel's obviously has just way better fundamental. But you look at Mitch, it's like, yeah, he was picking the second round. I get it, but it's like, damn, he has the ability. Like if Mitch just was doing this from year one and was just like, he's gonna be a bench player, but he gave you that inkling that he could possibly be a dynamic starter. Like,
this is what Mitch was doing. This is what Mitch been doing.
That rookie, I don't know the foul rate his rookie year.
He couldn't stay on the court 5 minutes his rookie year. What do you mean?
Mitch has progressively gotten worse.
Gotten worse? He couldn't even stay on the court for 2 minutes at a time.
I can't disagree.
His rookie year, and you fast forward to right now, he has progressively gotten worse.
You know what? I think you're right.
He got worse. The man couldn't even stay on the court for 5 minutes.
He still
can out in under 7 minutes. Are you
crazy?
crazy?
Still can.
His foul rate, if you take it like this, so his rookie year he averaged 20.6 minutes, had a personal foul rate of 3.3. His minutes got put the next year, right? His minutes increased. Actually got better. I take that back. So he had 23.1 minutes last year, but he had 3.2 foul rate. So if you look at it minute by minute or foul rate per minute, I guess that it got somewhat better, but I don't know where the hell.
It did get better. We saw it with our eyes. He couldn't stay on the court, bro. He couldn't. How many games did he foul out that first year? He fouled out like almost like every other game. Y'all bugging out. Like y'all using recency bias. He just hasn't changed. Or I should say he hasn't changed. And that's what people are mad at. He hasn't grown. But this is the same guy. And actually he got a little bit better because he can stay on a little bit longer.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
You know what? No, I need to look at this. So I need to look at this when DJ came because the Mitch I saw with DJ was the one I was like, yo, this is a guy right here, man. This is a guy that the fundamentals look better. I don't know what his foul rate was exactly. I think I did a video on it before, but I don't remember what it was. But with DJ, the foul rate looked a lot lower. So I think that may have saved him. That rookie year after DJ came in, I was impressed by him, but. Number by numbers again. When I look at Mitch, the thing about Mitch is like it's not as if he couldn't be a starter, right? If he got his fundamentals down packed, he'll be the starter,
hands down.
He would be hands down. Is there fundamentals? That's the thing about it. And the thing about it, I'll say this about Mitch versus all the young guys we talked about. I think Mitch's transition to being a starter is a lot easier than some of these guys. DSJ being a point guard is not easy. It's the hardest position on the court. I don't care what no one says.
Absolutely.
Frank Ntilikina, same thing with Frank, right? Frank, DSJ, even Knox. For Knox, given that his body, he's long, he's lanky, he doesn't have like these extremely quick twitch muscles. That's why like he's fast when he's taking these strides, but he's not a change of pace guy, right? His game is a lot tougher. I think with Mitch, you saw it out there where Thibodeau was literally screaming at him. He had the fifth foul. Thibodeau screaming at him like he did this. He's like, just hold your hands out. Do not foul him. Like he was like trying to. It's like. those things I think are easier for Mitch to master than what the other younger guys have.
And what the PG's got to do. Yeah, right.
His ability to get to the center, to be the starting center and be a dynamic center for 36 minutes is easier. It's right there, but in his head, you saw it last night. The stupid guy was giving up. Dog.
Fans want these miraculous changes more so than than we are realistic about how they happen.
Like who, for example?
Bro, I'm cool. I'm cool with
him getting a hook shot is not miraculous.
Him putting his hands up is not miraculous.
Yeah,
I'm cool with Mitch's situation. Mm-hmm. He is a plus player on the team. Yes, we all want more, but really, right now, he's giving us still more than some of the other guys that we need to get from their position.
And I just want to say something. Okay. I just want to say something real quick about Mitch, though. Like, I think you guys all made great points about Mitch, but I also want to remind people that it's not just him. He's not the only one that struggled last year. Like from his draft class, like Wendell Carter Jr., who was drafted in his draft class, he struggled mightily last year too, and he's been struggling too. Marvin Bagley hurt his foot, didn't play the whole year from Sacramento. Another center, DeAndre Ayton, got hit with not PTSD. What's that called?
What?
He got suspended for PDs, right? Yeah. So like, there's a lot of centers from that. When you look at that draft class, Jaren Jackson Jr. was hurt his knee. I think I don't know if it's an ACL or
he was a beast in the rookie year.
A meniscus, right? A meniscus tear. So like, I want him to get better, but like, you can only push so much from. It's just, you gotta just deal with it. So it's like,
But why do we do that? Why do we shoot again? When I talk about Mitch, I'm not sitting here, and I agree with you, Keith. Right? Like, if you gave me a floor with him, he comes up the bench, gives you solid minutes. I'm not against that. It's just when we look at these guys, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm one of these cornballs where it's like, as long as you keep your head to the sky type of dudes, where it's like, I could see Mitch being even better, and I want these guys. I want Mitch to be. I would love to see Mitch in the rafters. I would love to see Mitch as that next. I'm not saying he's gonna be Patrick Ewing, but a guy who gave you 16 and 10 and was a terror for the Knicks on the inside. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm saying you see the fundamentals. Like, if he changes one tweak, puts his hands up, doesn't push contact when the ball handler is driving into him, right? He could give you a Rudy Gobert numbers easily. He's playing 22 minutes a night and give you 9 and 7. Give me 36 minutes a night. You tell me he can't give you 15 and 12?
Who is this, Mitch?
Mitch.
No, he can't.
It's possible.
Wow.
Absolutely.
He can't give you 15 and 12. Chuck, be honest. If you gave you
possible, it's definitely possible. But to me, I don't really need that. Like I don't need it from him. I don't need it from him. Like, I want it from him. I don't need it from him. Like, I need RJ to be able to shoot threes. I need our PG to be able to to hoist it from
pass the ball.
from and pass the ball. Like, we're quibbling about Mitch, but he's actually like for his position, he's one of the guys on the team giving you the best at his position.
I guess what I meant by Mitch.
Hey, hold on for a second. Hey, Beans, come on, Beans.
We got two of them.
Hey, Keith, hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, Beans, come on. What you waiting on? Beans, I see you in the chat. Come on, brother.
Yo, salute, Beans.
Hey, Beans. Hey, Beans Douglas is in the chat. Man.
I guess what I was saying. I'm sorry.
Hey, and so hold on for a second, man. Let me get y'all been legit chopping it up for like 30 minutes. I ain't say nothing. Yo, hold on. Let me get this stuff in. So if you like the live stream, if you like the dudes that's on, you know what I'm saying, all my hosts, all the homies and stuff, you know what I'm saying, y'all like the live stream, you know what I'm saying, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying, share this on your social medias, comment in the comment section, you know what I'm saying, and then look, not only the virtual chat, we want to get different people in the video chat too. This is a Knicks fans channel. You know what I'm saying? It's not just us. You know what I'm saying? It's not just this crew here. Even though I love the homies, right? even though I love the homie. What I want you to do though is recognize that this channel is not just for a certain group of people. You know what I'm saying? The crew jump on because they like jumping on and giving their input. But what they also like, and maybe like it more so than giving their input, is hearing input from other Knicks fans. You know what I'm saying? Especially from those that are new, like the homie Dave. Like he legit came in. You know what I'm saying? Took the gloves off and was throwing you know what I'm saying, stuff in here. You know what I'm saying? We love and we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because it make the conversation better. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, a bunch of dudes talking about the same thing over and over and over again ain't necessarily that fun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's dope, but mixing it up with new people, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm asking y'all to do this so that we can grow the channel and make the conversation more robust. So we can get different points of view and different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And if you're watching this and hadn't subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? So you can get and turn on the notification bell so that when we go live at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, you'll get that alert, and then you can come and jump on for the Knicks Morning Drive. And you can get the alert for the Knicks at Night podcast, you know what I'm saying, at 11:45 every day. You know what I'm saying? We legit trying to do 363 days a year of Knicks Morning Drive and the Knicks at Night podcast. And I know that seemed like a lot, but YouTube has millions, maybe billions of users. And the Knicks fan base has tens of millions of fans, right? So the conversation, regardless of what day, what time of year, whatever, still will be robust because there'll be something to talk about with new people. And that's the reason why we're here. So y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share it on your socials, turn on the notification bell, comment in the comment boxes while you're watching the replay. Come jump in the live video chat and the live virtual chat. We want to have y'all here with us so the conversation to be doper. You know what I'm saying? Because I can legit just cut Legion of Knicks head off every day about DSJ, but it's not fun. I want somebody else to cut his head off some days.
That's
you
me.
know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, you got to Chuck. Hey, and listen, you know, Free Keith can hate on DSJ 7 days a week for like 365 days. But if we bring in other people, you know what I'm saying, we can get in the way of the hate for DSJ. You know what I'm saying? We know the sharks are circling, and we know blood is in the water. We know the sharks are hungry. You know what I'm saying? So we want to get other people in, you know what I'm saying, just so that we can grow the channel and make it more fun for everybody. You know what I mean? Now that I got that out the way, hey Dave, you wanted to say something?
Thank you, brother. I was saying that concerning with Mitch, what I meant by it was saying that he progressively got worse. What I meant is that his game hasn't evolved. He has done nothing to evolve his game in 3 seasons. So that's where I was coming with that point, saying like, well, if I was more excited about you in your rookie season and now you're in your 3rd or 4th and I'm seeing the same things, I would think that you progressively got worse. That was my point.
Yeah, and Mitch is not capable of 15 because it's so hard to get 7 dunks in the game. And I like destroying Legion because because
it's easy or because it's fun. It's easy or because it's fun.
No, I get an extra thrill from it because he articulates his lies so beautifully. So when I pick them apart, it's more gratifying. Talking about, and then when I be picking that nonsense he be saying apart, oh, it's a rush.
First of all, I just want to say to Freezy, you got 2 new fans. Big who's a Lakers fan, and I believe Trini in Harlem just subscribed. She may have been here before. She. I don't know. But just so you new fans know, if you want to see, like, how can I put it? Remember when Thanos snapped the finger in the first Marvel Avengers movie? If y'all want to see that, go to, and Freezy has this, right? It's on his sportscaster. Freezy thinks he's slick because he didn't upload it to YouTube. He's not slick. Go to his sportscaster and watch the episode where I destroy him, Devin Vassell versus Aaron Naismith. Oh, yeah. And when I'm talking about an absolute mollywop, destruction of homes, towns, cities, like little kids are crying, wives are looking for their husbands. Like it was like disgusting. Go watch that video. Now, your boy Chuck thinks he's slick. This is what Chuck does. He doesn't stay there for the destruction. He leads his troops in, and then when he sees them getting destroyed, he runs away. Because when I brought up 2 points about DSJ, he acted like he didn't hear me, and then he said, "Oh, I gotta go to work or something." Or, even though he works at night, this is in the day. He talking about, "Oh, I gotta go to work." This dude didn't have to go no work. He was running away. When I said, "Give me the times," why is that DSJ? If he could beat his man so much, why is he called a pick and roll so much? And if DSJ is so good off the ISO, why didn't he flourish with Fizdale and Mike Miller, who's running a lot of ISO with their point guards? Why didn't he flourish? And Chuck couldn't answer them. Chuck couldn't answer them.
I got cut off.
Wait, who got cut off? You were smiling. You were looking like, oh, yeah, my camera's not working.
I saw you. Now. You got time now.
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
Now. Look at the destruction. Look at the destruction.
I got cut off. I can answer that. That's easy.
So let's go, Chuck. Let's hear it.
The first part is
Huh? Go ahead.
Who said that?
No one said nothing. Go ahead, Chuck. Don't act like anybody cut you off. Go ahead.
Now you said under Fizdale?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He got hurt under Fizdale, but it was the spacing. The spacing. It's all about the spacing, man. They collapsed the lane on them because there was no shooters around them. If you don't have shooters around them, there's no space. You know what I'm saying? He could take his man all day, but if you collapse in the paint, it makes it harder.
So why is Trae Young more successful at ISO and he had nothing besides John Collins, who also had a 25-game suspension? Why is that Trae Young is able to do it?
Because he could shoot from 25.
Yeah, but okay, when you play up on him, right? He's still spent double team. Not might say double team. We're talking about ISO, right? So he could shoot from 25, but again, okay, let me use straight. Okay, but then that goes to your point that DJ can't shoot. So okay, thank you for proving that. So
yeah,
DJ
he just buried himself by that. Yeah,
good job.
No, he ain't the shooter. Trey is no. He's looking for a shot. He's
not
looking for a shot, but his shot wasn't the question. You talking about why he don't beat his man? I explained to you why he can beat his man all day, but if the defense is waiting, all right. Say he on the floor with Frank, right? If Frank Man is not going to play him because Frank stinks, so Frank Man is going to slide to the lane. And that's one way DSJ can't go. And then you got Mitch who can't shoot. He got a bunch of non-shooters around him. So where is he going?
But why is his? But again, when I look
at
the
has nothing to do with being your initial defender.
Again, his isolation numbers. His isolation numbers. I'm talking about scoring. So it's not just him just getting stuck. I'm talking about scoring. So that means when he is able to so-called get some type of leverage on his man, his field goal percentage is still poor. It's terrible.
All right, we discussed this yesterday, and I beat you in it. You forget?
You didn't. How'd you beat me?
Recover yet? You didn't recover? You looked up his stats in Dallas when he was beating his man.
Right? I'm talking about the Knicks. I'm not caring about Dallas, where he had 28% usage rate or 29% usage rate. Right? I'm not talking about Dallas, where he scored 36% field goal percentage, which is still poor, right? Because you make it seem like it's great. So he regressed into 23.3% ISO field goal percentage with the Knicks last year. So again, your boy DSJ, he ain't the answer. Frank ain't the answer either. But let's stop acting like DSJ is the answer.
Well, DSJ will be better this year because there's more scores around him. So all of that's going to go up.
And so why'd you lower your estimation of his points this year from 15 or whatever you said to 9.9 and 4?
15 to 9. Yes, from 15.
He's got more spacing.
Because I explained it. RJ usage is going up, which is going to lower DSJ usage.
He's going to be playing with the second unit, though.
He's going to not exclusively.
He's not started.
No. That don't mean he's not going to be on the floor.
So here's the thing with this. So here's the thing with DSJ. So I noticed y'all are really like got the shark circling and got blood in the water. You know what I'm saying? For DSJ, y'all really want DSJ to fail so y'all can say I told you.
No, I don't.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I just laid out something for y'all that's fact. and y'all still go back to the same old yesterday's recycled newspaper argument. DSJ yesterday said out of his own mouth, and there's video evidence, I called for a pick and roll. That's what they wanted. I hit a 3, right? They went under. I hit a 3. I came back down and called the pick and roll. They went over. I drove to the basket and dunked.
Right.
The next trip down, I called a pick and roll, and the team wouldn't allow me to do either. They blitzed me and got a guy in the passing lane. So after the game, Coach Johnny Bryant said tomorrow we're going to watch film so that we can pick up on the mistakes that we made adjusting to the pick and roll getting blitzed. Right? Yeah. I just said that like 30 minutes ago.
And that's developing. And that's why the coaching staff's here for that. We're just saying what we see right now. Right now.
But the
Freezy, point. That has nothing to do with our point.
But the point you're making is okay. All right, go ahead. In about 30 minutes, I'm gonna make the same point.
I'm sorry. Hold on. The Chuck is saying we're talking about Chuck talking about his isolation. I'm not even talking about the plays specifically from yesterday. We're just saying overall he depends on a certain type of play to get spacing because he's not that good of a point guard. Now the plays yesterday, they said that's fine, but no one's complaining about. I mean, and yesterday he had a good performance. No one's even taking away what he did yesterday. He hit the 2 threes. Again, I've given him great points on his defense these past 3 preseason games. Played great defense, not taking that away from whatsoever. But again, DSJ as a proper point guard, you mentioned all that. Again, he cannot make certain passes in motion. He does not have the ability to do that. He just doesn't have the IQ. He just doesn't have it. I'm not issuing on him. Right? We can talk about game 3, talk about game 2 where he couldn't do that. Talk about all the games last season where Mitch would make the pick and he couldn't make the pass to Mitch. Cutting down, he couldn't do it.
Hey, I know where you're coming from about that isolated thing to Mitch. But we also made the point, and Chuck was present too, when I pointed out the fact that Mitchell Robinson is not an offensive player. Nerlens Noel cut to the basket and presented a target to the point guard. And whether they pass it to him is on them, whether they want to make that pass or not. Mitchell Robinson runs the same play and doesn't even look at the rim, doesn't even look at the ball passer, doesn't do anything. He doesn't make himself a target or anything. He just throws through the
Robinson get all those alley-oops? What are you talking about? How does Mitchell Robinson have a 74% field goal percentage at the rim if he's not getting a chunk of his points from guys passing to him, throwing up alley-oops off the pick and roll? What are you talking about? Like,
hey, man, that's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you to pay attention. That's why I'm asking you to pay attention. Dog, where's the Doom mask at? We need the Doom mask. We need the Doom mask.
Yeah. But Freezy, you're making up things to make a point. Like Mitchell Robinson, we literally complain that Mitchell Robinson does not have any game outside of
making up stuff, dog. I'm not making up stuff. This is legit. My man's basketball IQ is not high enough for us to be blaming other players on the floor. So what if DSJ throws the pass?
If he throws a pass, we've seen Mitch be able to get errant passes and finish at the rim. Literally, Mitchell Robinson's bread and butter scoring. They actually demonize him for this.
It's the alley-oop.
I don't get it. Now we're taking.
Okay. All right.
No, wait. What's your point? Okay, your point is that Mitchell Robinson doesn't have the IQ to get the pass off the pick and roll.
My point. So the thing is, every pass to Mitchell Robinson is not going to be a lob, right? That's basketball. Every pass to Mitch is not going to be a lob. Mm-hmm. That's why I can't believe I don't understand where you're coming from. We're bringing up Mitch's 74% of the field. Every pass is not going to be a lob.
You're right. I agree. But again, it's not as if Mitch can't get passes high, can't get bounce passes as long as they're clean. It's not like I'm not saying Mitch has the greatest of hands, but when Mitch gets a clean pass, you've seen it where he'll pick up the ball, literally, the ball just hits on somebody, whatever, or a pass, and it's clean. We've seen him get the ball and dunk it. So I'm confused. Where is it that we get this idea that Robinson is this like a Jared Jeffries. If he gets the ball, he's gonna be like, like
no. What I'm saying is if Mitch doesn't catch a pass within 3 feet of the rim, he's not going to look for it. If he's not within that, say, the restricted area, Mitch is not even looking for a pass. Is what I'm saying. Look, like you legit saw Nerlens in game 1. Nerlens Noel cut to the basket, catch the ball about 6 feet away, and shoot a 6-foot jumper and make it. Right? Okay. You give that at 6 foot, Mitch is not even looking. If it's not within that restricted area, he's not even looking for the ball. Is what I'm saying. There's a difference. I'm not saying that Mitch, like you can't throw Mitch a pass or a lob or whatever. What I'm saying is a man's basketball IQ is so low. You can tell he didn't go. You can tell he didn't play college. You can tell he didn't play a high level of high school basketball. Because certain things, as soon as you cut, you're supposed to make yourself a target to the passer. He don't even do that.
Rich, okay, the whole point was that DSJ cannot make those passes to Mitch because Mitch will funnel those passes in motion to the basket, right? I'm not talking about him catching out and shooting a mid-range or anything, all that other stuff. I'm talking about Mitchell Robinson cutting to the basket where he does best, getting the pass and finishing. Again, Mitchell Robinson's bread and butter offensively has mostly been that, right? So why are we trying to take that away to prove a point? Because we literally sat here and said that about Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson getting the pass, whether it's a lob, a bounce pass, whatever it may be, chest pass, whatever it be, as long as it's clean and it's getting to him, he'll get the ball and finish. Like, I'm not talking about him setting up and shooting a mirror. So why are we doing that just to prove a point? DSJ does not have that ability to make those slick passes. I've seen even Peyton, who everybody hates. Payne has made those passes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why are we doing that? DSJ is not a good point guard. Man, DSJ, if he could shoot, if he can find a way to shoot, he'll have value. Look, the defense is good for the past 3 games, but again, he's going to struggle because he needs a ball in his hands. And if he can't get past his man, if he can't set up the offense on a high level or a floor level like a typical point guard can do, he's going to struggle. Simple as that. I'm not hating on him. Good luck to him.
Can I add something to this real quick?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a real simple. You asked a real simple question, man. I got a real simple answer, man. DSJ for the last 2 years, at the end of the day, I feel like he didn't have the confidence to achieve what he wanted to achieve. Now that we got a real coach that's defensive minded, I think Tibbs is letting them know it's not all about offense. That if you fail on that side, there's other stuff that you could do to help contribute to the team. And I feel like he's just not realizing that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the other 2 coaches that he had that was here didn't stress that. He felt like when he missed his shot and all that and all the stuff that he was going through, it was over. I think Tibbs is really on them, showing them different ways to be productive. And I feel like he's adhering to that. That's all I wanted to say.
Can I ask you some beans on that, though? And this is what I wish Keith was still in here, right? This is what I'm talking about with some of these players, man. There are a lot of things that you can work on individually that comes without a coach that gives you confidence, right? And we had too many players on this team that had that, where it's like you didn't even see a base level production because they weren't working on things. For instance, right? Mitchell Robinson, the guy that everybody's talking about. And I know Keith said that he may only project as a guy off the bench. But this guy, Mitchell Robinson, not say he wasn't working on this thing, but he showcased himself shooting threes and all that other dumb ish, right? Mitchell Robinson this summer could have been working on his footwork defensively. So he's not drawing stupid fouls where if a ball handler has a ball in his hands, and you know how the ball handler likes to sometimes initiate contact, right? If you initiate contact the same time he is, they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and give him the foul, right? Mitchell Robinson has yet to learn how to master playing judo, right? Or Akira, whichever one it was that Steven Seagal used to do, right? Where you absorb somebody's contact, but you play a defense where you put your hands up, right? So now he has a target. Yeah, he may have bumped into you, but he has a target that he has to shoot over, right? This is what Rudy Gobert does. Rudy Gobert doesn't give you 8 blocks a game. He gives you solid defense with fundamentals. That in itself with Mitchell Robinson worked on that in the summer. He's getting 36 minutes a night. That confidence is going to shoot up because now it's like, yo, this boy, Mitchell Robinson, you should get 22 minutes a night. Now he has 36 minutes. He's getting more blocks. He's finishing more at the rim. Now point guards got to look at me. I got to face this freaking freak every night. That's going to give him confidence versus, oh, we know Mitch Robinson is going to get out. But all we got to do is make him do stupid things. He can get out by the second quarter because he's going to have 4 fouls with 5 left to go. That's you working on a game without coaching. Too many of our guys had that.
All right, let me respond to that real quick. I
and
feel
my bad,
like
real quick, it was Aikido, not judo. My bad, man. But Aikido, my bad.
But yeah, we've been watching Mitch now. What? This is 3rd year.
Yeah,
this is 3rd year, right? At the beginning of the season and preseason, he always do this. Like so I think he's gonna settle down. I think we just getting back to basketball. You know what I'm saying? So he's jumpy and he's a little bit more than he would be. But I say I feel by the time the 1st, 2nd game come around, he gonna be fine and he ain't gonna be doing that. That's what I feel.
So Beans, answer me this, and you can chalk it up to being a rookie season. Why did his defense get so much better when DJ was here? Because he had that whole season to play. He was fouling the whole season. It didn't take him at first or the jitters. And that's what so it's a rookie season, right? Mm-hmm. And to your point, this is the thing with Mitch Robinson that gets me pissed. He needs like legit disciplinary coaching to get him to focus on fundamentals.
To just stay in the game.
Which he has now.
There's a danger of it. You're not always gonna. This is what I'm saying with these players, man. This is why I like RJ Barrett so much, right? RJ Barrett was a self-starter. He knew his game was flawed. He knew his shooting was Garbaggio, and he worked on it mid-season. You know who else did that? Jaylen Brown. Go look at what Brad Stevens said. Brad Stevens said, "Yo, Jaylen Brown, I wasn't teaching him how to be more efficient or how to shoot or be more efficient. He was working that stuff mid-season by himself." That's who I want. And that's why RJ Barrett is so important, because he's a culture changer. Because we can't keep drafting guys that, we hope they give us. RJ Barrett at least gives you a decent floor. We can talk about if he's going to be a star or that stuff. I don't care about that stuff for right now. RJ Barrett gives you a floor because he's working hard to, at the very least, be able to do certain things on the floor, right? Mitchell Robinson, Knox, all these guys, Frank, DSJ, their floors are just, you don't know what you're getting. We got to wait till we get a good coach for them to really see. RJ Barrett, I don't got to wait to see that. Obi Toppin may not. I think Obi Toppin may be like RJ Barrett. You don't need to. I know he's been not doing so great, whatever. But I feel Obi Toppin's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna work hard in his game. His shot is not falling, but it looks good. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that fear with these guys. All those other, we have 4 3 guys that we have that fear about, man. You can't build a team with guys that
we having a premature conversation though. Like I think honestly, we got to step back from the ledge just a little bit. Like, yo, this is preseason game number 3. Right. Relax. Right. Like this. Cats was hating on Randall when he said oh, this is going to be a weird year, this, that, and the other. But it's already started. It's camp has been truncated. They're already coming into the preseason. The season starting in a week. We got to give it to game 6, game 10 before we really have these formulative.
You just contradicted yourself, right? You just said we had a truncated offseason, and the preseason games, right? The lack of preseason games, right? So that means that we have to actually take these games a little bit more serious because
no. Yes, we have to take them seriously, but also understand to me, I look at these preseason games they're like individual workouts. I'm just looking for the guys who said they was working on X, Y, and Z to see if you were working on X, Y, and Z. They haven't had enough time with Tibbs for Tibbs to really for Tibbs and his coaching staff to have had any kind of for real formative change. We got to understand that. It's only been a week of camp. Unless Cats is basketball savants, these cats, it's gonna take time. So the conversations that you guys are having about you know what I'm saying, the influence of the new coaching and how they respond to it and this, that, we got to give that a little bit more time.
But Key, here's the thing.
I personally feel guys like Mitch. I feel guys like Mitch.
Hey, so shout out to the mods. We got the best mods in the game, right? Shout out to Bodega Wi-Fi, Simba Singh, the New York Knicks, the Legion of the Knicks podcast. All the mods, man. We got the dopest mods in the game. Make sure y'all smash that like button. So I got this idea. I want to run it by y'all. I want to see what y'all think, right? And legit, don't laugh because I'm about 90% of the way. I'm about 90%. Doing it right. I'm in that mindset. So I'm thinking about doing, and y'all gonna laugh. If y'all laugh at me, I swear to God, I'm gonna boot y'all asses out the chat. But I know y'all gonna laugh anyway, so I ain't gonna do it. Right? So here's the thing. I'm thinking about doing like around September next year, sometime after the draft and after free agency. I'm thinking about doing an award show. I'm thinking about legit handing out awards to the people that participate on the show, right? And so, in my selfishness and my ego, my ego-driven whatever, I'm thinking about calling these awards the Freezies, right? And so what I want to do is legit give like awards to people that earn, like for instance, giving out an award to the person that's the best debater on the show, right? Whoever the best debater is, the fans in the chat legit get to vote. Like whoever is the best debater on the show. You know what I'm saying? I know it's me, but I'll give it to the person in second place. You know what I'm saying? Like the fans legit, because we have about 1,000. We like every show gets like 2,000 something views, right? So everybody will watch and then they get to cast a vote, right? Like we legit do the polls on Twitter and let everybody answer, and whoever wins, like say for whoever the biggest capper is, right? So whoever the biggest capper, say Kevin Wright about Kevin Knox.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He won it. He won
gets a Freezy award. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. So
what's that? Floor seats to the Knicks?
Hey, well, for one, once we get that, so once we get to a certain thing, I'm legit sending. I gotta look out for my mods first, right? So once we get to a certain thing, what I'm saying, we're gonna look out for my mods because them and Foxy basically keep both shows balanced, right? But I'm legit thinking about doing that thing, and I wanted to get some feedback on y'all on what y'all think.
That sounds cool.
Nothing.
I think it's
so
good.
y'all think nothing.
I think it's good for the community. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Community based.
Team Knicks
It's gonna
fan.
be easy breezy because I'm definitely gonna win the best debater. So it's like, why would you like?
I don't
We
know
shouldn't have
about that,
told
Jim.
Legion.
I don't know about that, Jim.
Why waste your time for you? I mean,
We shouldn't have told Legion that. He about to. Oh
So
man.
I'm trying to help Freezy at the same time. Like, why would you do that?
Nah, you super guys.
Now, so the thing is I'm legit about 90% of the way, 90% of down that road of doing it, right? But what I want to do is put some stuff together first, like put together some ballots, like some categories. So when I'm asking everybody out there, I'm asking the home field advantage to come up with some categories and DM me on Twitter at Big Freezy on Twitter. And then probably around February, we'll go through the list of categories, and then about 4 or 6 months later, after we tally votes, then we'll hand out the Freezies live on either the Knicks Morning Drive or the Knicks at Night podcast. And I'm talking about legit trophies.
Freezy, when you get to 1,000, right? You're gonna be able, and we get into 1,000. But once you get to 1,000, you could do the polls on YouTube with your community, tab, whatever the hell they call it. So that because I don't know if everybody has to. So
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
that's just something. That's just something else.
Let me make a quick comment about DSJ.
Suggestions in the chat. Someone said the worst take award, most accurate predictions. That's a good one by Keith. There's another good one I saw, man. Best model award. Obviously, you said that. But that's still another good one. But yeah, so you might want to take notes on the ones that they're putting out.
Oh, biggest hater.
Yeah, and I just wanted to run it by y'all and see what y'all and I just wanted to run it by the community to see what they think, and then also I want to do like legit like a show like the Freezy Awards, like for like do an actual production
tuxedo
that way, and then we won't give out who won or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's a dope idea, actually.
Turning it. It's like
that's a dope idea, bro. That's a dope idea. That's a dope idea.
And so the trophy won't be some weird thing like something with my face on it. It'll be something classy, like something you might legit put in like your man cave or your office or something like that. It won't be nothing cheesy. It'll be
Make it a bobblehead trophy.
Classy. You know what I'm saying? But a bobblehead of me, right? Yeah, no. but what we'll do is we're going to continue to curate this idea. I need somebody to help me with it. If somebody in the virtual chat wants to jump on the team to help us do that, then what we'll do is we'll put a staff together and have maybe one person have responsibilities, and then by the time February gets here, what I'm saying, we can start down that road of all we have to do is order the trophies and get the 10 categories together and then tallying results. And what we won't do is we won't let the public know what the results are until we do the freezies in August. That way we'll have some level of suspense going into that. And hopefully the community would have grown. Like for instance, we could say, the Sharks are circling the water, go to Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Blood in the water. You know what I'm saying? Go to Chuck because he hates Frank Ntilikina with a passion. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little category like that, or like who in the building award goes to whoever's got perfect attendance or something crazy like that. So, but it's just something I want to throw at y'all, just something for y'all to think about, because I don't want to do all this stuff by myself. I want y'all to contribute big time to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want all your ideas and all y'all feedback.
With it.
And so when I say that, I know it sounds like cat. It ain't. Because a lot of this stuff, it takes a lot of people to do this stuff, and I want to share in that responsibility. So
that shit sounds fun.
So y'all feeling good about that idea, or y'all think it's too cheap?
Nah, it's cool. That's beautiful.
That's a gold star. You get a gold star for that one.
Only thing I'll say Freezy for maybe a top awards or whatever. You might want to consider getting like a little gift to people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's, first of all, you have a bunch of shirts, you have a bunch of merchandise with your logo on it. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to package that, give that out to the people that win, man. So people are definitely like, yo, this is cool, man. I got a such and such award, and I got this cool shirt from Freezy. That's extra marketing for your channel. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, everybody's money situation is different. I'm just saying, if you want to think like that, maybe a top 3 awards, get something for people. That's what I'm saying. But it's up to you. You know what I'm saying?
No, hey, I'm leaving that for the committee. If the committee want to do that, then we can rock with that. Hey, you got it right. Hey, I see you, Raphael. I'm sorry, my bad. But so I want to kind of move. I want to kind of move down that road. What we'll do is maybe in January, once we get all the participants in place, then we'll give an update and then move forward from there. And I didn't mean to distract from the Knicks conversation, but I wanted to put this out there for the whole world to hear it. Right, so that we can get feedback from everybody, so that we can make this thing one of the dopest things that happen on YouTube. And I know y'all with me. I know y'all got my back.
Good idea.
Let's take over this Knicks fan internet thing.
I want to dispel the myth that I hate Frank. I don't.
Hell no, that shit ain't true.
No one believes you, bro. It's okay.
We don't believe you, Chuck.
I'm telling you, man. No one believes you, Chuck. Okay.
I'm not buying that, bro.
No, it's okay.
You say Frank name was gonna start a war.
Yeah.
No, I don't like bad players. So he just happened to be one. So I don't have nothing against Frank.
How do you like
He averaged 15 and 5 before. He showed me something.
So did Michael Carter Williams. Where's he at now?
What they got to do with Frank?
I was talking about DSJ. He tried to switch back to Frank. I'm Thanos.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You could not live with your own failure. And where did that bring you? Bro, I got Synergy Sports on my side, bro. I will destroy. This on Freezy's channel. I will destroy.
Where is the air ball? Where is the air balls? I asked you. You got all this synergy and energy. Where is the air balls you were supposed to look up? I actually look up fast breaks.
That's one of the missing Infinity Stones. We'll get to that later. Until then.
All right. What about the fast breaks? Hey, what about Frank fast breaks? Where's that?
Frank is not good enough to require this much conversation about him
at all.
Yes, thank you.
I like that, Wood.
Thank you.
Neither DJ. You know that, Wood. You know that, Wood. Come on, Wood. Neither
I defend Randall too, but I defend Randall too. I defend good. I defend the good players that get the most hate. See, every year there's a scapegoat, right? Mm-hmm. There's always a scapegoat. It started from Marbury. It went to Calderon for some reason. Calderon was a scapegoat.
Yep.
Amari was a scapegoat. Melo was a scapegoat.
Lance Thomas.
No.
Lance Thomas. Jared Jeffries.
We just saying random names. We want Freezy. Lance Thomas.
But here's the thing, though. If
Cats
you look at
kicking Lance Thomas back in, yo. What do you mean?
Yeah. If you look at a bad Knicks team, the fans always blame the best player.
Always the best player.
No, it's not.
I like Marbury. I was biased for Marbury just because he's from Brooklyn, so it wasn't me. I like Marbury, but
Calderon wasn't the best. Calderon wasn't the best player.
Yeah, Calderon.
Yeah, but Chandler was getting killed, bro.
Moutier wasn't the best player. Moutier.
On that team.
Moutier.
On that.
Moutier was the best player.
He was on that team.
He was.
You know one of the biggest. Hey, one of the biggest scapegoats.
I hated that I had to defend
Tim Hardaway Jr. was a scapegoat.
Definitely.
Hey, but not as big as Ron Baker.
Ron
Baker.
Come on, Freezy. Come on, Ron Baker was never a scapegoat, man. Come on, Freezy.
Yeah, Ron got love, man. Ron got love.
Yeah, come on, Ron is still getting love till today. Ron Baker. Frank
Ntilikina should have been backing up Tim Hardaway Jr.
If anybody on this team got half the heart that Ron Baker got, then I'm good. Dude, Cat was clowning him for risking his life blocking AD like blocking what you call that. But I looked at that and I was like, that's a Knicks.
That's old school Knicks. That's old school. Throw yourself as the last.
That dude put his life on the line to try to get that block.
I saw DeAndre Ayton the other night. I forgot who dunked it. He literally I can't remember. I think it was DeAndre Ayton. Stood literally.
LeBron don't got that heart.
Stood out the way. I'm like,
how about that?
That's not basketball. I just have a
question. What was the boy name that we brought in here from dunking off the streets? And then remember he got into the
James White.
Contest.
James White.
Come on, that's all he could do. That's all he could do is dunk.
Yeah, that was his whole bag.
If you remember yesterday, I said before about 4:00, I said tonight's gonna be DSJ's first best game in a long time. The reason is the kid thrives off personal matchups, and Tibbs got to get that out of him. If it's a young point guard on the other side,
one more time for Chuck. Chuck didn't hear that. Can you say it one more time? This is a first good game in how long?
It's going to be his first good game in a long time. Cool. So and the thing about it is he thrives on personal matches. Like go back and watch that Dallas game last year. He was excellent. He was excellent in that game. But you can't be excellent just when you have something personal, on the table. But the thing I took away from him last night, if you go back to the play where he hit the pull-up three in transition, I wasn't impressed with the three-pointer. If you look at how immediately the kid locked in and said, let me go defend now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's development. That's growth right there. That tells me you buying in. So with him, it all comes to expectations. Gone are the days where I'm expecting him to be a starting point guard for 82 games. So I said yesterday, and G, remember, I said his career may mirror, not playing style, but career may mirror Nate Robinson, which is a guy that, he come off the bench. He can give you some buckets. He can play a little point guard, play mostly off guard, but can be productive, on any type of team. Bad team, good team, playoff team.
But see, Woodshed, see the thing about Nate Robinson, though, and I know you brought up the point yesterday, right? We're talking. The thing with Nate Robinson was a bucket from the get-go, right? The biggest issue is could this guy sneak into being a starting point guard? And then once teams realize he ain't that he's that Energizer 5'8", whatever how tall he was, come off, give you. I remember one game for the Nets in the playoffs. I believe it was in the playoffs. He scored like 24. It was something crazy. And that's the thing with DSJ though is that
40 points.
And Nate Robinson could be his initial defender.
It was 40
every time.
40. Oh my gosh.
Hey, everybody! I'm gonna wrap it up right here, man. Hey, everybody! I'm gonna wrap it up right here. I'm struggling even staying up. So the thing I want to take away, I want to do, man, is
hold on, man. Let's let Freezy talk, please.
Freezy wants to leave us.
So
I'm joking.
Yeah, I got to, man, because I can barely keep my eyes open. But I wanted the takeaways from the show to be, man, everybody made good points, right? I mean, excellent points. You know what I'm saying? When y'all were talking, man, I legit had to go back and sharpen my sword. My sword wasn't sharp enough for this battle, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, go back and get back in my Danielson bag. You know what I'm saying? The other thing is too, the family. The chat, everything is growing so fast. It's growing like wildfire, and it's not because of me. You know what I'm saying? It's because of everybody making a commitment to being on, coming on. Some of y'all making dope takes and you know, dope thoughts and all that stuff. Illmatics, I see you. What's good? You know what I'm saying? And the other thing too is the Freezy Awards. I think those are real. You know what I'm saying? I legit think if all of us put all our ideas together. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If everybody worked together, I think we can pull this off and it'll be dope. So I want the award to be named after me. You know what I'm saying? Because I came up with the idea in my ego driven thing. But the whole concept of it comes from y'all. I took a whole bunch of stuff I've seen y'all do, and I want y'all to kind of be a part of something dope on YouTube. And not just the video chat, but the virtual chat too. I feel y'all. You know what I'm saying? We want to put on something dope on YouTube. And the lead up to it, the hype to it is gonna be crazy, gonna be amazing. No, I don't think another show has done something like this on YouTube. If they have, they haven't done it in this Knicks arena. You know what I'm saying? So if we pull this off, say about a year from now, or about 8 months from now, this thing will be so dope that everybody will be saying y'all name, and then y'all would have been here from day one. So just keep that in mind, man. When y'all hit me up. This thing is real. We'll probably put somebody in charge of it. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. Put somebody in charge of it so we can pull it off. Maybe we can get somebody to design some trophies. Maybe we can get somebody to design some swag like Legion and Nick said, and then we can pull this thing off and it'll be dope. So I appreciate y'all supporting me in another idea that's far-fetched. Like this whole thing of getting Nick's Twitter on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just to chop it up every day was a far-fetched idea. Because when I said it on Twitter, when we were just talking on Twitter every day, I was like, yo, we need to take this joint to YouTube, man, and just talk about it. And cats laughed at me and was like, nah, Freezy, we ain't that. They was like, nah, Freezy, that ain't it. But I did, but we did it anyway and proved them wrong. You know what I'm saying? So the Freezy Awards is another thing that seemed far-fetched. And guess what? Come about 7 to 8 months from now, when we do it, we're going to prove them wrong again. You know what I'm saying? So, so everybody subscribe to the channel, like the live stream, share it on your social medias, turn on your notification bell. And it's one other thing. Comment on the replay and comment in the live stream. Come on the video chat, come in the virtual chat. We want to continue to grow this thing. I thank everybody for supporting everybody that come on. Man, y'all super dope. And my guests, hey, y'all the cream of the crop. Y'all ain't even guests, really. It's y'all family.
Oh, damn.
Everybody's taking a back.
It must have been real time.
He's like, y'all family. Go ahead into the fridge.
Oh, man.
You gotta love Knicks, man.
No, he's coming back. There he is.
Somebody said